What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're doing predictions for the Six Nations Round 4. Before we get started, obviously we know that Ireland versus Italy or Italy versus Ireland has officially been postponed to a date that we will find out hopefully soon. And also that was released today. England and Italy's game in Italy has also been postponed. So unfortunately those two games are on hold until further notice. But for this weekend we still have cracking games to look forward to, and that is England taking on Wales in Twickenham Stadium, and then Scotland taking on France at Murrayfield. Very, very important games. France obviously wanting to get that final Grand Slam to really show and continue the great form that they've been playing in. England know that they have an opportunity to go top of the log if they can beat Wales. Wales will also be wanting to prove a point and show the world what they're made of and come back from what's been an unfortunate season for them, but also a lot of injuries that have hit them. So they're going to want to redeem themselves from that as well. And obviously Scotland started off with their moments, and they had some good moments, but unfortunately for them, silly mistakes led to errors which didn't allow them to get the wins that they might have and should have maybe gotten. So a lot to look forward to in this week of Six Nations games this weekend. Let's start off with the big one, which is taking place on Saturday, and that is England versus Wales. If we look at some stats, Wales currently lead the Six Nations in the term of opposition, 22 entries per game. Their 9.57 visits per match is the highest mark, 1.7 more visits more than the third-ranked England tally of 8.0. Wales managed to produce 2.4 points per opposition 22 entry compared to England's 2.00, with Wales finding points in 41.4% of their trips inside the opponent's 22. England have been scoring in just 1 in every 3 visits. A key advantage for England going into this game will be in their lineouts, as they boast 14 stolen lineouts thus far in 2020, and in the Six Nations, twice as many as any other nation, and 7 times more than Wales' pair of steals, which is a championship's lowest total. With a win over Wales, England would clinch obviously their 5th triple crown of the Six Nations era, putting them level with Ireland on 5. Wales also have lost their 2 Guinness Six Nations matches. They haven't lost 3 matches in a row in the championships since a run of 5 straight defeats between 2006 and 2007. Wales are the only team in this year's Guinness Six Nations not to be penalised for being offside. So that's pretty good. No sides have fewer penalties awarded against them in the more or foul play than Welsh, as their 22 total penalties is the fewest conceded. So some very interesting stats to look for as we go in. If we look at some of the team news, England welcome back 2 players who last played for them in the World Cup final. Anthony Watson has recovered from a calf injury, which forced him to miss the first 3 rounds. And then training Sam Underhill got an injury in training, and means Mark Wilson comes in for his first start since the World Cup. So big things happening for them. Obviously we've seen players being released. Marco Vanapola, due to sickness, they're trying to keep him in quarantine, obviously with the whole coronavirus going on. So big things happening there. If we look at Wales made 4 changes from the side that beat France, beaten by France last time out. Liam Williams, who had an ankle injury, and Josh Navidi, who had a hamstring, returned to make their first test appearance of the year. Big boost for them, because we know the talent. Rob Evans replaces Wyn Jones as loose head, while Thomas Williams regains number 9 shirt from Gareth Davies, with Rice Webb on the bench. So interesting stats. Looking forward to this game. If we look at predictions, with it being a home advantage for England, they've got a lot more to play for in this one, and I just think England will go that extra mile, because if they can get top of the log, put some pressure on to France when they play Scotland, it will be a great boost for them, but there's still a long way to go. So for me, I'm going England to win this one, but who knows? Anything can happen with the boost comebacks from Wales, with Josh Navidi and Liam Williams. That's going to be a good strength remover for them. So fingers crossed they can put up a good fight, but it should be interesting. So England to win that one, in my opinion. Next up, we got France taking on Scotland in Murrayfield. Two teams that really, well, one team needs to prove a lot, because they've been playing okayish rugby, but mistakes have let them down. France, on the other hand, have really looked strong. They've had a few, I think Italy scored quite a few points against them, but other than that, France have really taken a good turn for the good in order of what they've improved with, and I think it's great for them, and it will be well deserved if they can get a Grand Slam Six Nations, but we'll have to wait and see, because there's still games being postponed and all this jazz that's going on. If we look at some stats, 6 of the last 8 meetings between Scotland and France in the Six Nations have been decided by a converted try or less. Interesting stat. France 3.25 have scored 3 times the number of points per opposition, 22 entry that Scotland have managed. Scotland boasts the most turnovers from open play with 18 a tally. That is 2 more than Ireland and 4 more than any other nation in the championship. France could win a 5 Six Nations contest in a row for the first time since they won 8 straight games between 2009 and 2011. It just shows how they've turned this around. Gregory Aldred has astonished 49 defence breakdown arrivals, 11 more than any other player in the competition. He also is just one of 3 players who have 2 breakdown steals, alongside CJ Stander and Jake Palladri. And then last but not least, France at the lowest position share, 43.3% in the Guinness Six Nations, yet they have scored 86 points more than any other team. Both teams have a lot to prove. It's up to the leadership to really take control. Stuart Hogg needs to be on par and needs to be alert. He was a lot better in the previous game that Scotland played, but against Ireland he lost it, especially on that what should have been a try. Look, it's a Murrayfield. Anything can happen, and technically, to make this tournament a lot more exciting, I obviously want Scotland to win. But with the way France is going at it this year, they've got a lot on the line, and like I said, with England and Wales, France have a lot more to play for in this one. So for me, I'm going France to win. I think it could be like a converted point in order to decide it. I think it will be very close, but I think Scotland have got this one. France got this one in the bag, but I'll be happy if I'm wrong, because I love, obviously, the Scots. But it should be an interesting weekend of rugby. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win? Will it be England? Or will it be Wales? Or will it be Scotland? Or will it be France? Let me know in the comment section down below. And that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.